I got this question back in the summer, but once the snow started flying, then I got like a bunch more. And that's this. We run tire chains on our bunchers and skidders. And I'm going to answer that real quick for you. I am in between two skidders and they're pulling wood. So, let's go see what Paul's doing. I had a dentist appointment this morning, and so I don't like to wear my work boots in there. I won't want those ladies upset at me at all. So I got my little church loafers on with my work socks. They are comfortable, but they're not so great when it comes to walking around back here, but they're comfortable, that's for sure. So hopefully the wife don't get upset with me, because I left the work boots in the truck. So anyways, a lot of people are asking if we run tire chains in our skidders and bunchers. And I replied to a couple comments, but I just keep getting them. So this is what we do. We got tire chains for all our skidders, for both bunchers, at the shop. But we really don't use them unless we have to. And what Paul's doing right now is he's just pre-skinned a bunch of wood up here. But look at that, see? That's all punk right there. It's just punk. It's not solid. If they were to saw into that, it's just mush. And see that little indent right there in that same log? This right here, and that, just a big old rotten thing. That's got cracks up there too. Nasty stuff. But back to what I'm talking about. We got them for all the machines. We run them when we have to. If we're on ground like this right here, this ground right here, where there's no big hills or anything, and by no big hills, I mean on this side there's no hills, and in this area actually, it's all like this in the area we're in. If it stayed like this, and we were on jobs that were like this winter, we wouldn't put tire chains on anything. If we get to a hilly job, stuff like that, that's when we start putting tire chains on. So it really depends what jobs we have and what we're doing. That's like as simple as it gets. There's no real genius formula, but yeah, we got chains for everything. The problem is the two new cat skidders are running are running 35.5 tires on them, which are bigger than our other skidders and our buncher. So we got to keep all the tire chains separate, because obviously they're different size chains. And then the buncher's got its own set of chains. Adam does with that new cat. It's a bigger chain, so it's got a better bite. But if you put tire chains on these skidders, and a couple people commented, these things will pull, and they'll dig a hole in the ground doing it. But they can pull most excellent with a set of chains on them. So you might ask, well, why don't you just put them anyways? They're a hassle to put on. And like I said, I think it's been 2 or 3 years, I don't remember, since we put some on. We don't put them on all the time. So it's a lot more work for me to do it than somebody who does it all the time. It ain't no big deal. I'm out of practice. But I can still get her done. We've done it plenty of times. And there's some tricks to it. And you want to get them tighter on the tire. You don't want them loose because that'll mess you up all year round. So, as you can tell on this job, Paul's cleaning up this corner right here, it looks like. He doesn't need any chains. So, especially when you got some bark to throw, a little bit of bark to throw down. Sun came out. She's below freezing, but the sun came out, so it's just thawing stuff a little bit. But when we're in ground like this, we don't need chains at all. That thing's just so quiet. A couple big old ash in there. Oh, see, Paul's seen that one trying to get me. Little scraggler there trying to wipe me out in my little loafers. We don't need that. No. But, so, that's kind of the chain deal. Some places with real rocky ground, they'll run chains year round. Because of rocks cutting into tires to protect the tires. So, it's one of those things. It's just done differently wherever you go. You get up in Canada, you watch some of that stuff logged up in there. There are some real nasty terrain, and they do run chains all year round. They brought a John Deere 748 down about 7 years ago, and it had inch-thick grooves in the tire from the tire chains that were on it. They took them off, but there was still, the chains had wore right into the tire. It come from up north, and they had tire chains on it year round. So everything's done a little differently. That's the thing. Just like all the wood logging channels on YouTube. And I mean, we're all doing something just a little bit different, supplying someplace usually just a little different, and we all go about it just a little bit differently. So I guess that's one of the joys for all of us, is we get to see how somebody else does it. I know that's what I enjoy, because everybody just does something different. But Paul's got a few bundles down that skid row. Looks like a couple there, but he's got all this cleaned up, so it looks real good back here, really good. We took the ash and the popple, birch, clump maple. So some oaks in here, a few oaks we left standing. We'll leave those standing, let them grow up, and Logger Wade can come whack those if he wants. Get some nice logs out of those. We'll let those grow. A couple big maples in here too. That's not a pretty one there, but anyways, that's how we do it. Chains are one of those things we just got to wait and see. If we need them, we put them on. If we don't, we try not to hassle with it, because we don't run them year round, so I'm not gonna lie, it's a hassle to deal with. But with this level ground and Paulie pulling wood like that, I'll tell you what, we don't need chains. But which one are you going for, Paul? Go to the close one, that way I can get it, record you a little bit. He's gonna go down the far one, ain't he? Make me walk through all that snow with my little loafers. Nope. He'll grab the close one for us. A couple bigger trees in there. Got a good cinch on her. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Like that. So, and got my feet all wet. Feet are going to be wet the rest of the day, but what do you do? So that's the tire chains. Everybody does it a little bit differently, depending on where you're at and what you got going on. So hopefully that explains what you're looking for, because I'm sure if you're in an area that has just pure chains and everything year round, you're watching us like we're a bunch of buffoons, which would probably be a correct assumption. But we just do it whenever we need to. If we get into a job where there's some big hills the truck's got to drive out down some back roads or something, we'll bring some chains out just so we don't get caught in any sticky situations, because I don't care if you got brand new tires on those skidders, they don't do garbage. You get a little bit of ice, and you throw chains on there, they can bust up some ice. We've had to do that before in the past, take chains 6-7 miles down back roads to bust up after an ice storm in the winter. So it all depends on what you're doing, but I hope we can have another winter with no chains. But if you got to put them on, you got to put them on, and once you put them on, they're great. So, and I seen somebody said about bald tires or something. Did somebody say something? Bald tires on a skidder, and you can throw chains on it and it digs like crazy. That's true. And we got some skidders with bald tires on them, and we're going to be needing some new ones here before long. Paul's are wearing out pretty good, but that Cat 545 is wearing out real good too. He got a lot of hours on them. For the other one we've put 6,000 on, I think, on that 545 C, but yep, them tires are wearing out pretty good. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned, guys. I'll be putting up some interesting stuff here shortly. I'm not liable to say anything about what's going on, but you'll see. The boss told me to keep my mouth shut. My father-in-law, my other boss, my wife tells me that all the time too, but I don't listen to her. But I try to listen to Mike. So there's the old Timberjack 660D. That one doesn't need tire chains because there's no operator in there working it. So if there's no operator in there working it, you don't need chains on it. See? It's not too bad, is it?